The Texas GOP's legal efforts to close the 2026 Republican primary to Democrats has been delayed for 30 days. This is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for spending part of your Thursday with the Texas Minute. It was on this day in 1835 that Mexican soldiers were repelled as they attempted to take a cannon from the people of Gonzales. Those Texians had hoisted a flag over their community depicting their cannon and emblazoned with the words, "Come and take it." Let's get into today's news. The legal showdown over Texas's new congressional boundaries began yesterday in a federal courtroom in El Paso. The outcome will determine whether the state's latest congressional boundaries can be used in the upcoming election. You might recall that this summer, the Department of Justice sent a letter to Texas warning that 4 Democrat congressional districts drawn in 2021 were possibly unconstitutional because they impermissibly relied on race. The new congressional map was signed into law by Governor Abbott in August, and it adds 5 new Republican opportunity seats ahead of the 2026 midterm election. Democrat-aligned groups are challenging the new lines, asking that the maps not be allowed to go into use. Texas Scorecard will be reporting on the trial every day from El Paso. Meanwhile, in a different federal lawsuit, state officials have been granted a 30-day extension to respond to the Texas GOP's legal challenge that the party hopes will result in the closing of their primary. The Republican Party of Texas has sued Texas Secretary of State Jay Nelson in an effort to close the primary ahead of the March 2026 election. Currently, any Texas voter can participate in a party primary regardless of their party affiliation. The Texas GOP's lawsuit argues that the open primary system violates the First Amendment right to freely associate, as it forces the party to allow individuals who likely don't align with party principles to influence the nomination process. After months of warnings from agriculture leaders regarding the reemergence of the New World Screwworm at Texas' southern border, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has announced approval for an injectable drug to combat the flesh-eating pest. The New World Screwworm is a parasite that eats the flesh of warm-blooded mammals. After being eradicated in much of the Americas in the 1960s, it's come back in the last year. Just last week, the USDA confirmed that an infestation was discovered 70 miles from the southern border near Laredo. The FDA has conditionally approved the use of an anti-parasitical injectable drug. The agency says the drug is safe and offers a reasonable expectation of effectiveness. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
A self-described professors' union is advising Texas A&M faculty to resist their employers' efforts to hold them accountable for classroom instruction. In a 7-page letter obtained by Texas Scorecard, the American Association of University Professors urges the A&M faculty to refuse immediate compliance with new university policies developed in accordance with state law. The union is also advising professors to avoid transparency by creating group chats with trusted colleagues in their departments on encrypted platforms. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. The Texas Minute is produced by Nick Shepard, who makes sure it's delivered to you every weekday morning. This edition was based on the original reporting of Travis Morgan, Daniel Greer, Eddie Hovland, and Robert Montoya. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great day.